So tell me, is you ready, baby? Tell me, is you ready, baby?
Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back to the Be Like D channel. It's your girl D coming back with another review of Zatima season 2 episodes 15 and 16. Y'all, life been lifing, so these videos late, but let's go ahead and get into the episodes, okay? So episode 15, so it opens up with where we left off with Zach and Fatima getting it on, right? But hell nah, it's a damn dream. I was like, damn. Well, I guess it wouldn't be that damn easy, okay? But when they was having sex, she was like, call my name. And then he was like, Fatima. She was like, no, that's not my name. He was like, what's your name? Bryce. What? I was like, oh, nah, what is this weird ass dream? And then he go, Bryce, he waking up like, damn, Fatima, I thought you was gonna show up. I said, I thought so too, shit. But then he ends up getting a call from Bryce, and Bryce, I like, hey, Zach, you want to come down to this place? Like, come on, man, come look at the place. Come on. I'm like, oh, Bryce, I'm getting tired of your ass already. Okay, you hounded him by his him getting on to this project and going into damn near debt because he can't even afford the place, and you're trying to get all these loans and shit. And now he's just like, come on, Zach, come on. And we know I know on the little preview they said he gonna lose his money or something. Okay, so it's gonna be Bryce's fault. So I'm like, no, Zach, you keep saying no at every turn. Follow your gut, okay? But no, he gets like, okay, fine, bro, I'm gonna come look, okay? I'm gonna come. He's like, oh, you're not coming unless. He's like, bro, we said we was gonna stop talking about it, okay? I was like, Bryce can't let it go. If as much as Zach wanted to forget it, Bryce want to keep talking about it, okay? It's just like, he the one that kept bringing it up. Every time Zach was like, what are you talking about? Nobody's thinking that way. What? Only you, nigga, okay? So then he's like, man, I said I'm going to come, okay? So then he ended up calling Angela, trying to see, if Fatima there. Is Fatima listening to me talk right now? And she like, no, she not here. I was like, for a minute, I believed her. But that bitch was there. But, Zach just like, well, let her know I'm calling her. Let her know I'm texting her. And she's like, she sees the messages. So, she seen my messages? I'm like, oh my God, Zach. Okay. Fatima and Paul, and they in the bed, but they just slept together because she couldn't have sex with him. So they waking up, and then she kind of just like, oh yeah, awkward. But then all of a sudden he catches attitude and want to be like, I don't know how much longer I can do this, like it feels like you getting all the benefits and I'm just being, tag along, I'm being used. Okay, you using me. Because she ain't had sex with his ass. I'm like, dude, you literally met her when she had a fiance. You really think you finna get in and this finna be a successful relationship the next day? Okay. You think way too highly of yourself, okay? So then she just like, what? Then your ass can go. And then she was like, no, that's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that the more I get to know you, the harder it is to see that you're not really ready for me, to be in your life. I was like, oh, you flipped that real quick, okay? But then she just like, okay. I was like, thank you. Please side eye this nigga because he getting on my nerves now. All he want to do is play the long game to get you, girl. Don't trust him. I don't like that nigga that be plotting like that, okay? Met you, then he was all like ready to be like, yeah, I can steal you from your dude, all kind of shit. But anyway, so then he goes downstairs first, and Angela sees him like, oh yeah, doing a walk of shame, and then he has another like, well, you had done something for it to be a walk of shame. I said, what you doing telling Angela the business? Okay. See, this nigga is suspect. I'm on Zach's side on this. He said who this nigga was when you first seen the nigga, okay? Even though he typed him as a light skinned, light eyed nigga, okay? But that's how he acted. Conniving, okay? But anyway, so then he says, you had to have done something, but then he tell us something was wrong with her shingles, I don't know, shit. Contract talk. And she's like, oh, really? He's like, yeah, but just let me know how I fix it. And she's like, oh, really? I just like, oh, so now you're trying to get Angela on your team, too? But then, as he leaving, Fatima sneaking her ass downstairs. So she got to tell, and Angela basically tried to hint at, like, oh, y'all know y'all ain't did nothing. It was quiet up there. I'm like, you know you ain't do nothing because this nigga just told you y'all they didn't do nothing, okay? You should have said that shit. But, Fatima just basically saying like Zach is who she loved basically, and that Paul just didn't fit. Like he couldn't even kiss, girl. I was just like, ugh, don't kiss me like that. It's like he didn't fit when we was cuddling. It was just all terrible. Basically is what she was saying. But then, Angela's like, it's because he's not Zach. Because he's not Zach. And then she's like, when you get on Zach team, he looks so sad up on that stage. I'm like, girl, he would have been got you back. Look, he had me too, though. I was just like, oh, he got him out of this. And the thing was wrong, though. Talking about, you heard that voice, though? Nigga can't sing, okay? He can't sing. And then she just said Zach ain't learned his lesson. These dudes, when you take them back too fast, they ain't learn their lesson. I'm just like, oh my goodness, girl. Okay. When I tell you she is doing two can play that game, she is doing two can play that game. Then she was like, how can these niggas be like, you love them so much and they can be so fucked up? And I was just like, what? Okay, girl, I kind of so messed up for you or something like that. It was something that was just like, okay. And then and just like, yeah, I know. And then she was like, what you mean? And she was like, Bryce. I was like, damn, you ain't gotta say the dude fucked up. See, the verbiage, okay? You insulting. But anyway, she basically seeming like she still, have feelings for him, but she can't because she ain't into what he into. But then she a little bit seemed like she curious, okay? After they done had that conversation, and then Fatima was like, girl, you gonna take him back, girl, go ahead, go on, talk to your man, I'm gonna be out of here soon, and y'all can have your little freaky dicky thing going on up in here, okay? And it's like, no. Like, girl. Okay, and then she also had to ask an inappropriate question like, oh, who's bigger, Zach or Paul? Of course she said she don't know, something like that. But that it's hard, it's gonna be hard to find somebody that come close to Zach. And then Angela like, oh. I was like, oh, they always gotta do something that's inappropriate. Okay, so now we're at Zach's house, and he working out and shit, looking all crazy. And then he gets Nathan and Tony come up to his house. So then he basically tried to tell them that they need therapy. Now that he been in therapy, and they just like, oh, really, bro? Now you went to therapy? You think we need therapy? Huh? And then Zach want to play like, you know what? No, you don't. No. I'm like, you all playing that. I went to therapy, high road. And you only went to therapy how many times, Zach? Okay? How many times? 2. And you already telling them, even though they do need to go. They do. Because something is definitely wrong with both of their asses. But you all playing that, oh, I just been to therapy, so I feel like everybody should go card. So then he's like, you know what I learned in therapy? And he's like, oh, tell us. Pray tell. I'm like, they be good to throw a pray tell in there real quick, okay? So then Zach get mad, and he got like, no, you know what, never mind, because I don't want to get laughed at. Y'all gonna laugh at it, okay? And I was like, damn, I want him to say it. But then he ended up getting mad because Nate make a comment about he trying to get healed for the next girl, because it ain't gonna work out with Fatima, because it obviously they broke up, and then he still got the pictures up when she was with old dude the other night. Really? And of course, he had to admit that, but he went over to Belinda's house and she did do that shit, right? He seen it all over her computer. So then, of course, Zach kicks their asses out because Nate being disrespectful. He's like, you know, it's a touchy topic, and I don't want to talk about that. He's like, I just want to look out for you, bro. I'm like, he don't get it. He really don't get it, okay? I guess he gonna forever be mad at Fatima because he was doing dirt and being disrespectful from the start. So then, I'm like, you know what? Zach always kicking them out his house. He always hit their ass with a get to stepping, okay? And then we get Angela going over to Belinda's place because I guess Zach texted her like, yeah, Belinda, they said it's on her computer or some shit. So then she's like, let me see your computer. I heard it's on your computer. Let me see. I was like, damn, girl, you gonna barge over there? But of course, Belinda got to act like, no, I didn't do nothing. What you talking about? That's stupid. And then she realized that Nathan did get on her computer. He came over here and fucked me in. So then, Angela's like, why you do that? Are you that jealous of her? Then why would you do some shit like that? That's some low down, dirty ass shit. I said, yes, damn right, low down, nothing ass bitch, okay? Cause you ain't do no shit like that. And she was supposed to be your friend, and you giving out her locations and shit. Oh no! So I ain't do it to hurt her, girl. You was trying to hurt her in more than one way, okay? But then she trying to say, what would make you do something like that? And she gonna say, I don't know. I've been on that shit, and I just do crazy things. She like, on what? Weed. She's like, girl, I know weed make you do no shit like that. I said, thank you, Angela. Okay. And then she was like, well, I be shrooming. And then she's like, okay, I'm done. Okay, I'm done. Take it down, and I'm done. And I'm done was like, girl, I'm done with you, okay? Because I can't trust what the fuck you be doing, okay? And that's the stance she need to take, because you can't trust no person like that. You gonna see, I can't imagine you see somebody do some shit like that and you still gonna be their friend just because they did it to somebody else. Oh no, you don't deserve no friends, okay? So then, you know, she leave and say she done. So then we get Fatima at her office, and she goes out front and she end up getting served with the papers from Deja. So then she just like, I know this bitch didn't. And then he go, Angela walking up, what happened? The neighbor bitch suing me, okay? She's like, this bitch crazy. And then of course her mama walk up after that. So then her mama like, oh, what's going on? She's like, oh, nothing. She's like, I was surprised you wanted to have lunch with me today. She's like, we used to always do it. What you talking about? She's like, yeah, when you want to tell me something. So I'm like, oh, okay. So mama be giving herself away. And what the hell she got to tell Fatima? So then they going to go off to lunch. So Fatima's stepdad ended up calling Zach, and then he basically saying, we want to apologize to you. We want you to come to dinner with us. We all going to be there. And then he keeps saying, you know, they gotta do they no, I don't think that's a good idea. But I like how when he answered the phone, he was like, who is this? He was like, your what he said? Not your father-in-law. I was like, oh, they stupid, okay. But anyway, he basically begged him, come to the dinner. We're getting Fatima to come. We're gonna make it happen, okay? We all finna talk about this. And Zach just like, all right, man, okay. So Fatima and her mama have lunch, and she basically is like, so what you got to tell me, okay? She's like, well, I just wanted to apologize for, you know, what happened with us and Zach. And she was like, yeah, we're not together. You happy? I'm like, Fatima, goodness, girl, you so damn. Shame, okay, shame. You want to do that to your mom. So then the mama basically telling her that your stepfather, well, no, first of all, she said that Zach reminds her of her father. And then she's like, but they're not the same looking ass. But then the mama like, pretty much, yes, they are. They even, when I tell you they even walk the same, I said, oh, Lord. Fatima, you done picked your daddy. Ooh. So then, she basically said your stepdad reached out to Zach, and then Fatima was like, what? Why? Now he gonna think I sent him. And she was like, no, he basically just told him that he should fight for you. And then she was like, he shouldn't have done that. And then the mom was like, well, don't you want him to fight for you? And she was like, I want him to want to fight for me. And then she's like, there's a difference. And I was like, okay, Fatima, I understand that, but you playing games, girl. You want him to be a mind reader? He just supposed to know what to do. I don't know, girl. You know he not that smart. Look, he's smart, but he ain't that smart. But the mama just basically said, we want y'all to come to dinner. We're gonna talk this out. We're gonna make this right, okay? And Fatima was like, no, he's not going for that. No, I already know. And then the mom was like, he already agreed. I said, huh, Fatima, you thought you knew, huh? And then she's like, hold on, you asked not before asking me? Gotta throw out another issue. But then she basically was like, well, I don't know if I want to see him, all this and that. But in the end, she ended up saying yes. Then we get Zach back at the building or whatever they're supposed to be building. They're supposed to be making them all this money, but they can't afford. And Bryce's ass and the realtor is showing up, and they're like, yeah, doesn't it look amazing? But then Zach letting her know, like, I ain't got the money. I don't have the money, though. We ain't got it. And then she started getting mad, like, okay, what the hell is going on? Because he's saying one thing, you saying another thing. And then Zach like, Bryce, tell your girl, we ain't got it. And then he gonna talk about, well, we ain't pre-approved yet. But then she ended up getting mad. I was like, you need to get your shit together. Okay, get your shit together. And then she ends up calling Paul over, talking about, honey. And then Zach was like, honey? This nigga's married? Okay. And then that was the end of episode 15. And I was just like, what? That would make no sense for him to be married. But okay. So episode 16 opens up where we left off with Zach like, honey, this nigga's married. But then he ends up talking to Bryce, saying that we can't afford this place. Bryce all tripping like, what? Why? We can't get the loans. All you gotta do is scoop $500,000 more. Just $500,000. Looking ass. I was like, Bryce, get out my face, okay? And then Zach said he only got I think $1 million left, something like that, 1 point something left. So he definitely not finna spend $500,000 of it on this shit that's a maybe might not happen kind of shit. And Bryce all like, we're gonna miss out on this tremendous deal. Is it because I tried to kiss you? And then Zach like, why are you talking so loud? Shh. Don't say that shit. Okay? Louis like, with your loose lips. Okay? Loose lips. We's not on it right now. And then he's like, you don't trust me anymore because I tried to kiss you? Is that what this is? Because before that, you would have trusted me on this. I was like, yes, that's exactly why. Okay? You can't be trusted, Bryce. And he learned his lesson. Now you mad because you can't get your way with Zach no more. So Zach was like, no, I don't trust you after that, okay? So it is what it is. We don't got the money. You don't got the money. So let's just drop it. And he's like, well, fine. I'll talk to Valerie. He's like, no. I'll talk to Valerie. I said, okay, yeah, do that. Because you don't know what the hell he going to go back and say. And then he called Valerie, honey. We can't do this. We don't have the money. I'm sorry, Bryce told you we did, but and then he's like, but side note, how you know Paul? Extra messy, like, okay. He was like, it's your man's? It's your man's? But she didn't really clarify that. But then he's like, how you and Paul know each other, basically. And then he's like, Paul, you tell her, Paul. Thinking he catching, in some kind of lie or something. So then Paul was like, he was dating a young lady basically that I'm dating or talking to. And then Zach was like, engaged. He's like, either way, they not accurate right now. I was like, okay. Then Zach was like, oh, okay. But then she just like, okay, that's weird. I mean, we just ex husband and ex wife, but they're still friends, so they still call each other honey sometimes. I was like, girl, what? And Zach was like, okay, that's weird as shit. And I was just like, just the whole part of y'all can be cool. I don't care how y'all can be cool all you want. But the whole honey shit, no. Mm-mm. Especially if you get into a relationship, y'all still gonna be trying to call each other honey. Oh, no. So you might as well stop it now, because what was the whole point of getting divorced? Okay. So then, Zach ended up explaining that too, how they know each other. But then she was like, okay, well that's weird. Either way, engaged, huh? Okay, y'all situation weird too. So then Zach was like, okay, well basically I just want to say we ain't taking up on this deal. Okay, we gonna miss out on this project. Sorry for the misunderstanding. And then she dismisses herself like, okay. Then Paul, can I talk to you, Zach? Zach, can we have a conversation right quick? So I'm just like, what the hell Paul want to talk to Zach about? So Zach was like, no, why? And then he, of course, he got to be like, come on, I just want to talk to you. Okay? And Bryce trying to stay. Talking about, you want me to stay? He's like, well, what the hell that's going to do? You still ain't going to do what for me? He's like, once you gone on loose lips, okay? Don't fall on nobody's lips, okay? Just go on and watch yourself, okay? So then, I can't believe Paul already sat here and tried to give Zach advice about Fatima. Talk about he giving him advice because he see him out here fucking up. Okay, I see you out here messing up, and I'm just waiting for the inevitable for y'all to get back together. You fuck up again, and she come running back to me. Okay, I was just like, oh nigga, you is lame. Okay, I'm sorry. He too lame, okay? You really sitting here like, yeah, she gonna be back with me, but she gotta get you all the way out of your system. Which is basically what I said, okay? Because you too comfortable being number 2 at the moment. Remember, he was all like, you can call me his name. It's okay. What? And then him saying that, and oh yeah, I forgot that I thought all of his girls looked the same way. Cause baby, my Valerie and Fatima don't look nothing alike. Okay, nothing. But anyway, so then he telling Zach, he need to show Fatima his heart. He need to be raw with her. And of course, Zach gotta be like, you're new here, but she seen my heart, and she seen me raw. Trust me, she seen me raw. Oh, Zach. Jackass, okay? But then Paul just like, alright, man, do what you gotta do, okay? But I just need Fatima ready for me, pretty much. And then Zach was like, you lucky we on the ground. He like, why? He's like, because if we was any higher, I'd have pushed you out that fucking window. I was just like, what? Okay, that was extra violent for no reason. And then Paul gotta be like, and he's like, I mean it, And then Paul just like, you know what? And that's the sad part. Paul really feel like he just got the higher moral ground on Zach, okay? But you got some stuff going on with you too, Paul, because you need to go on with all of this. Okay, so now we get Fatima in her office, and she's talking to a lawyer Casey. I don't know. His name was Casey or something. She was like, I know you've been working with my boss for a long time, and I just wanted you to help me because this bitch trying to sue me, and she a stripper. And, she's saying, I heard her. And then he was like, she can't be hurt and be a stripper at the same time. That don't make no damn sense. And it's like, well, we'll get surveillance on her, and we already know she gonna get caught up because that's just stupid. So then Angela comes in, talks to Fatima, and she basically telling her that Belinda was behind it, the page down. She's like, well, damn, I got the bitch that shooketh. She worried that much about me. And then she's like, I can't believe I was ever friends with her, okay? And she was like, but clearly I got some kind of feeling for the girl because she ain't dead, okay? Because I would have been fucked the bitch up. I said, okay, Fatima. You just giving her a pass because you don't want to go through all that drama with her because it's going to continue to be a back and forth. I understand. Gotta go cold turkey with a bitch like that, okay? But you still might need to put your hands on. But anyhow, Angela, she was like, well, there ain't no invitation to try to get us together, okay? And Angela's like, oh no, I understand. Oh no, she different now, okay? She different. She real different. We ain't friends like that no more, okay? I ain't gonna even try. I'm just like, thank you, Angela. And then we have Zach going to the barbershop with Tony and Nate's ass. And then we got that old man that he done hired in the shop. And then of course they gotta tell the dude that Zach going to therapy. And of course he gotta be like, oh nigga, why you doing that? Why you going to therapy? That's stupid. All that stupid stuff basically. He getting clowned by all the dudes for going to therapy. Whatever, okay? Just the dumb, ignorant niggatry, okay? And so now we at the dinner with Zach, Fatima, and Fatima's mama and daddy. So then Fatima get there before Zach, and she was just like, okay, so what is going on? Y'all done cooked. The mama done actually cooked instead of ordering in. She like, you ain't never did this for nobody I dated, so what's going on? And then they was like, we'll talk about it when he gets here. So then of course Zach they sit down to eat. And they basically say, we're going to tell y'all a little story about how me and your mama met. I said, not how I met your mother. A hood chick with a gun in her purse, okay? Exactly. I know something about that. And then he said, but she also had class. And he's like, yeah, I know something about that too. Looking at Fatima. And then the daddy also said that she was in love with Fatima's daddy, and I forgot to mention that earlier in the episode when she was talking to her at lunch. She said that she could still love. If she seen him today, she would still be in love with him. I'm like, damn, he had that much of a spell on you. And she's talking about she sometimes think how it would have been if she would never have left, but apparently she left Fatima's dad because he was in and out of jail, in and out of all this and that, and she had to do what was best for Fatima and for herself. So then but she's talking about she wished she would have known if she do all that she could. Did she give up too soon? I'm like, girl, no. If you got you in and out of jail doing all this and that, okay, too much, okay? And this is the same thing that's going on with Fatima. Too much, okay? As much as I like her and Zach, in real life, hell the fuck no, okay? He is the issue. He is the red flag altogether, okay? Y'all ain't ready for this. But anyway, so then they basically saying that they similar. The mama was all into the daddy. She was all into their hood life. But when they met, he was showing her a regular ass life, and she kind of didn't want it, okay? But then somehow she cheated. And for him, like, you cheated on daddy? She cheated. They broke up. He went around fucking all these girls, I guess. And then she was like, yeah, like girls like the one your neighbor. Like your neighbor. And then he said, but then they realized after all of that drama, it brought them closer together. I was like, what in the toxic story is this? We went through so much, but we came together. Okay? It's like a lot of people don't want to get to that. A lot of people don't want to go through the hard times, okay? First of all, it shouldn't be that goddamn hard, okay? If it is, that is the sign that it is, don't stop. Don't go past this point, okay? What the fuck? Some people don't want to get to the hard places so y'all can get to the good place. They teaching y'all wrong. But anyway, back to them. So he's saying, so if you really think you did all you can do, basically, and Fatima was like, I did a lot, okay? I did a lot. I'm like, bitch, you did, okay? Did, do, and doing, okay? So then, he was like, "Well, have you done everything you could, basically?" And then she kind of looking like, I'm like, "Girl, you say yes, yes." But he's like, "Well, that's a no. Then you ain't done everything you could." And then Zach, he like, "What about you, Zach?" "Oh, I think I'm making the effort. I'm getting more grace than I need to," kind of ass answers. And then he's saying he wanna be a better man for Fatima, ass nigga. So then they basically saying, they if there's effort there for you, Fatima, if you can see the change happening, you say that. Basically, she says yes. After she also was kind of trying to be rude a little bit too, like, but sometimes it don't work out. I said, "Girl, you still trying to be petty and poke at this nigga?" But anyway, so then they leave out, and she basically Zach trying to get her to come home. Okay, he like, "Oh, I had too much to drink." She like, "No, you didn't." Go home, okay? Just keep making the effort. We'll work it out. Basically, we'll get there. Just keep working on you. But no, Zach, I like, "Come on, Fatima. If you keep saying no, how we gonna get back together?" I'm gonna keep trying. No, I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna leave the door open. He keep leaving. He yelling in the street. "I'm gonna leave the door open. It's gonna be open." And she like, "Don't do that. You're gonna let somebody in." I'm like, okay, this is too much like sisters. It's killing me, okay? But she drive off. Like, just keep making efforts, and keep working on yourself, and we'll get there. But he all like, "No, now I won't do it again. I won't cheat. I'm doing the work. I'm gonna be the best man of your life, Fatima. The best man of your life." I was like, well, damn, that was kind of sweet. But then you need to work on yourself, Zach. Okay, work on yourself. Get it together. Don't be headstrong on Fatima. Be headstrong on yourself, because you gotta build up yourself before you can build up somebody else or try to build something with somebody else. Okay. So we got Fatima finally getting home after the dinner, and Angela over here pacing back and forth because she was ready for Fatima to get home so she can get the tea. She's like, "Oh yeah, you said you was going to lunch to dinner with them. I want to know what happened, girl." And here go Fatima talking about, Zach begging me to come back, basically, and I learned a lot. I learned that my mama cheated on my stepdaddy, girl. It's like stuff up here I shouldn't even know. But then she was just like, "So you gonna take Zach back or what?" Okay, basically, and she was like, "I think he learned his lesson." Okay, girl, I think he learned the lesson. I'm like, "Damn, girl, you was trying to force Fatima out." So he learned the lesson. Go on, get that man, girl. Okay. And Fatima was like, "What's going on here?" Okay. Basically, the dude Sam finna come over, and she was like, "Okay, well, you gotta watch yourself with that one." I was just like, "Why you say that, Fatima? What that mean? What's gonna happen?" Okay. But she said, guys fuck up and you take them back too soon. They ain't really learn their lesson. So she's still testing Zach, and then she's still thinking about it. She's like, "You want to go home?" He's like, he do keep saying he gonna leave the door open for me, and then she's like, go ahead, go home." Mm-hmm. And Tim was like, "Nah, no, I'm just gonna wear my earphones. I got noise canceling headphones, okay? I ain't gotta hear nothing." But then we get Zach finally getting home, and I forgot that when he was leaving Fatima, he had got a call from Connie. He was like, "Connie, like, girl," and he hung up. Well, declined the call. But then Connie showed up at his house, and then she got a serious look on her face. She like, "Zach, I need to talk to you about your mama." And then Zach just immediately just like, "Okay, let's get in the car." So, and that's how the episode ends. So I'm like, damn, what's going on with the mama again? Okay, is she about to, pass? Because the way she said it and the way he looked like he knew, because he already said that was his last straw. He wasn't finna do this stuff with them no more. So it gotta be serious. But then I also don't want them to get back together because he's in, distress. Like, I need you. Come back to me. That's the worst way to get back together, because then it's still a dependent relationship, okay? But and he still gonna have to learn his lesson, okay? And you back in the cycle where everything is all about him, when you're trying to help him organize his life, when you're trying to help, okay? You need to chill out. Anyway, that was the end of episode 16. Alright, that is in my review for Zatima season 2, episodes 15 and 16. Drop down in the comments, let me know what y'all thought about the episodes. These 2 episodes was kind of like, I mean, you got what was happening, but I feel like it could have had more. Could have gave more, had more funny moments, but I guess we're gonna get there, okay? Drop down in the comments, let me know what y'all thought about the episodes. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the Be Like Dee channel, okay?